What a beautiful day today. Can you imagine not being able to enjoy something as simple as a warm cup of coffee? Well, for people living with arthritis, they don't have to imagine. This is the reality of many of them face every single day. Hello, my name is Celeste Trinity, and I want to share with you how robotics in biomedical engineering is changing the way arthritis patients go through rehabilitation. But before we proceed, what exactly is arthritis? Arthritis is not just one disease. It is a condition where joints becomes inflamed, painful, stiff, and slowly losing their normal movement. The most common types are osteoarthritis, which happens when cartilage wears out with age, and rheumatoid arthritis, which immune system mistakenly attacks the joints. Either way, the result is the same: discomfort, limited motion, and loss of independence. So rehabilitation becomes a lifelong process. Normally, arthritis rehab depends a lot on physiotherapists. The therapist helps the patient move their joints again and again to maintain flexibility and strength. It works, but it is tiring, time-limited, and completely dependent on how much physical effort the therapist can give. This is where robotics comes in. And this is where biomedical engineering really shines. Robotic rehabilitation uses machine to assist joint movement in a very controlled and safe way. Instead of forcing the joint, the robot gently guides it. The cool part is, these robots do not just move the joints, they also measure everything: the joint angle, the speed, the resistance, even the muscle activation. So therapy becomes data-driven, not just based on guessing. Now, let me give you some real examples. These are robotic hand gloves that helps patients slowly open and close their fingers. For someone with severe finger stiffness, even this basic movement is painful. But the robot controls the force so precisely that the movement becomes safe and repeatable. There are also robotic knee and walking systems for patients with arthritis in the lower limbs. These systems help reduce stress on the joint while retraining natural walking patterns. Now, this is where biomedical engineering plays its biggest role. Engineers design the structure, they place the sensors, they program the control system, they make sure the robot responds safely to the human body. But it is not just a mechanical design. It involves anatomy, electronics, biomechanics, and software working together. Every safe movement you see from the robot is actually the result of hundreds of engineering decisions. Of course, robotic rehabilitation is not perfect yet. The technology is still expensive and it requires trained operators, and not a lot of hospitals can afford it. But the future looks very young, bright, and exciting. Now, we are seeing artificial intelligence being added to the robot to adapt to each patient automatically. Home-based rehab robots are also being developed so patients can continue therapy outside the hospital. This means recovery no longer stops when the patients leave the rehab center. So to end this, I want you to remember one thing. Arthritis weakens joints, but it does not steal someone's ability to live independently. Through robots and biomedical engineering, pain meets precision, limitation meets innovation. And sometimes, healing does not only come from human hands, but comes from intelligent machines built to help humans move again. Thank you.